All right, guys, it's Brandon here, and we are on site today right here in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina. Now, I'm going to save you from fear, ultimately, what I see lots and lots of investors falling prey to all the time. In this video, if you'll watch it till the end, we're gonna debunk having to have the perfect conditions. Additionally, we're gonna debunk putting you in an investment that has unknowns. I'm gonna show you how we're gonna take a calculated risk. I'm gonna show you how I'm not asking you to invest in an oceanfront condo that isn't generating money from day one. And I'm also gonna show you how fear causes people to get illogical. They shift out of that logical thinking, and it completely messes with their head, and it ultimately stifles them, and it can even stop them from starting to build an amazing nest egg, generational wealth for their children and their children after them. So I want you to watch this video from start to finish. I came out here just to talk to you, yes, you, sitting on your couch. Maybe it's late at night and you're up and you're doing research about Myrtle Beach because you want to invest, you want to visit, you're thinking about this. I meet you guys all the time. I talk to you all the time. It's you that's stuck, that is waiting for the perfect conditions to come about so that you can start investing. And it's basically fear. We're gonna dive into a case with a client I'm working through right now. I'm gonna show you some cool text messages. Let's get into it now. I believe you should invest in oceanfront condos in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because you can enjoy and increase the passive income of your oceanfront condo through the 20 to 22 million tourists that visit the #2 vacation destination on the East Coast each year. Not only can you enjoy the equity paid for by visiting tourists, but you can also anticipate the over 100% appreciation experience at many of the oceanfront resorts in our market during the recent decade. I believe you should invest in oceanfront condos in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because you can depreciate them, reducing your overall tax burden, keeping more money for you and your loved ones, and ensuring unnecessary taxes aren't paid. All right, so let's kind of just work through the text message thread so that you can see the conversation from both sides. Good morning, checking in to see what I can do to assist you in your condo purchase. Because obviously I've been working with him for a few days. We've been going back and forth. We've been doing numbers together. We've been searching different complexes. We found several properties that do work. And now I'm starting to wonder, okay, well, what's going on? Because we've got numbers, they're profitable. What's the holdup? And then I didn't hear anything back from him, which obviously is, makes me go, whoa, what's going on? I don't really work with clients that don't text me back. Just a heads up, if you decide to work with me, you're gonna find out really, really fast that if you don't answer your phone or your text messages, if you don't call me back, I am not a good agent. We are not a good fit to work with. I'm not a good agent to work with for you. My time is very, very valuable, and I have to be very careful where I put it. So call me when you mean business, or when you're really genuinely, seriously ready to work through investing. So I followed up and sent him another text message this morning. Obviously, I understand things happen, guys. Life happens. We've got kids, we've got grandkids, we've got doctor's appointments, you name it. There's all kinds of stuff going on. Now, I said, good morning. I didn't hear back from you yesterday, and I want to be upfront with you. Clear communication is essential if we're going to work together effectively. I'm here to help you through this process, but I need you to stay engaged and let me know where you stand and what support you need. Looking forward to your reply. He said back to me, basically, work is not looking good right now, so I'm going to have to pass. Sorry, I got lots of motorcyclers driving by because it's bike week right now. Just another one of the very many draws that bring tourists to our market. We have 2 different bike weeks here. All right, let's try this again. So work is not looking good right now, so I'm going to have to pass on these opportunities right now. I will be in touch when I'm in the market again. Thank you for your time. So I followed up. There's seldom a time when conditions are perfect for you to seize an opportunity, a great opportunity. Unless you plan on buying a condo, unless you plan on paying for a condo that you have to put money in, which we are not doing, hence us running all the numbers to ensure it's profitable, then there's nothing stopping you. You don't need your income to support the condo. Don't let fear steal your opportunity, because if you allow it to, it will do just that, steal your future, stifle you, and shut you down. You are buying a condo that doesn't need income, not income from his primary employment. Help me understand what has you afraid. Now, I went on to say, essentially that, or let me just backtrack and say this. Ultimately, guys, that's very plain for us to see. We can see that, we're running numbers. The numbers, coming up $8,000 profit, $10,000 profit, whatever, but the condos are clearly generating a profit. So if he's not having to put money into the condo from his primary income source and the condo is self-sustaining, then what's there to be afraid of? The condo is self-sustaining. Now, yes, it can have a lean year and stuff like that, for sure. You put some reserves in the account, you make sure you have something for a rainy day, absolutely, definitely smart to do. However, you got like a $10,000, $8,000, $10,000 cushion. So it's generating a profit. Plus it's appreciating, plus you're getting tax write-offs. I mean, there are numerous advantages to where you really come out on top owning an investment property, especially an oceanfront condo. So then you got to ask yourself, well, what's really holding you back? I mean, basically, are you afraid that you're going to lose your primary income? Well, if that's your logic and your reasoning, well, what if I lose my job? Well, then how are you going to have a place to live? Much less an investment property. You can't make it a decision based off such an extreme what if. You're probably not going to stop working. And your primary income isn't needed for the investment. And these are the type of oceanfront condo investments I put my investor clients in. I very simply run numbers. We do calculated risk. We're not going to put you in anything that's not making money, unless that's your choice, of course. Maybe you see another similar unit that's nearby at the same resort that's making like $90,000 a year, which, by the way, at the Sea Marsh, I found a unit, a 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom, making 90 grand last year. So obviously it stands to reason that if you buy another 3-bedroom, 3-bathroom that's oceanfront and similar, and you fix it up like the one that made $90,000, you should be able to make decent money too. Some investors go for that, and they're all over it. They buy underperforming assets strategically. They don't just choose a random one. They choose one where they've got documented evidence of people making money already, recently. So they buy an underperforming asset, they fix it up, they remodel it, put it back on the market, they rent the mess out of it, they make money, they're happy. Yvonne did that. Yvonne rented her oceanfront condo in 12 months for $140,000, guys. After she remodeled it, she increased the gross rental income by as much as $36,000 her very first year. And she had it off the market for 2.5 months doing the remodel. She could have made as much as $46,000 in profit her first year out the gate. So people utilize that strategy, but that's not what we're doing here. Not in this instance. We're asking you, I'm asking a client to step into, I'm helping a client step into a profitable condo investment. It's already got a book of business, already making money. So you can't let fear hijack you, because it will do just that. Now, let's dive into how this works basically. I believe you should invest in oceanfront condos in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because this is the fastest growing area out of the 150 most populated areas in the entire United States for the last 3 years in a row, according to U.S. News and World Report. This helps to insulate our market from many of the ups and downs that the rest of our nation's real estate market experiences. This can help you have a more stable rental property. I believe you should invest in oceanfront condos in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because they have a tremendous upside when compared to money market accounts and the stock market, due to the appreciation they earn and the potential of higher annual yields through their gross rental income when compared to these other investments. Money market accounts and the stock market don't have the upside of added appreciation. I believe you should invest in oceanfront condos in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, because while our prices have risen and have held their value, we're also much cheaper than other places like Florida. Where else can you go and find an oceanfront condo for as little as $100,000? If you're getting into the real estate game or expanding your current portfolio, the bang for your buck is sitting right on the Myrtle Beach, South Carolina oceanfront. All right, so number one, guys, you're not buying a liability, you're buying an income stream. When you're investing in a short-term rental property with a strong rental history, you're not committing to something that drains your bank account every single month. You're buying a self-sustaining asset that pays you. If the numbers make sense and we've already done the due diligence, then the property pays for itself through bookings. Your job income isn't supporting the property, not at all. The property is supporting you. And that's one of the points that I'm going to cover with you here shortly. If you're concerned about your primary income being shaky, well, why wouldn't you buy another asset that's generating extra income on top of your 9-to-5 money? I'm just saying, like, it's totally illogical to run away from the investment. Makes no sense whatsoever. Now, number two, the perfect time myth is just that. It is a myth. Now, waiting for the stars to align, guys, hold one second. I got bikers coming through and it's loud. Bike week in Myrtle Beach, come on. They're renting oceanfront condos. All right, so waiting for the stars to align is how most people end up missing the best financial opportunities. Markets don't wait. The best performing condos don't sit on the shelf waiting for you to feel comfortable. They go under contract fast, and the next comparable unit may be more expensive or underperform entirely. Don't miss your opportunity. And don't have unrealistic expectations. Don't think you're going to approach an investor with a top performing unit and strong arm him into giving you $50,000 off the ask price. It's completely unrealistic. If you got one of the best businesses in the business, you're not going to sell it at a discount. Sorry guys, we got bikers. We got Myrtle Beach bikers and they are loud. All right, number three, fear masquerades as logic. Don't be fooled. It's easy to rationalize inaction when you're unsure. But fear often disguises itself as logic when uncertainty enters the picture. If the investment is cash flowing in a prime location with a strong rental history, then the fear isn't coming from the deal. The fear is coming from you. Man, that's such a good point, guys. The fear is not coming from the deal. The fear is coming from you. Smart investors know how to separate their emotions from the math. They recognize, okay, I'm afraid right now. That's what's causing me to be illogical. If I'm looking at the math and the math works out, but I'm still feeling fear, the fear is not from the deal, the fear is coming from me. And you've got to differentiate between the two so that you can seize a savvy investment opportunity. Now, number four, you're not gambling, you're leveraging strategy. This isn't Vegas, you're not rolling the dice. You're investing in a high demand vacation market like Myrtle Beach with a condo that already has a track record of success. That's not risk taking, that's risk management. It's a completely, totally different idea altogether. You're taking a strategically calculated risk. You're managing risk. It's totally not the same. Now, you have to think through this, guys. You have comps, you have rental income reports, rent rolls on the property, you have a plan. That's how wealth's built. Through calculated moves, not perfect certainty. Doesn't exist, guys. In business, you have to take risk in order to get that reward. It's how it works. Now, number five, financial uncertainty is why you should invest, not why you shouldn't. If you're having financial uncertainty, then you should invest in a smart, strategically calculated decision, an asset that's going to give you passive income if your current income is shaky. Come on now. If your job feels shaky, that's exactly why you should be thinking about income diversification. Imagine owning a property that puts money in your pocket every single month, regardless of your 9-to-5 job. That's the kind of asset that gives you freedom when life throws you curveballs. Too simple and too easy. And for those of you nearing retirement and you want some, you want some excellent income, some passive income, or a side hustle, Oceanfront Condos can bolster that retirement income that you currently have coming in. Very, very smart move. Now, you're not alone in this. You have guidance, of course. Most people hesitate because they feel like they have to figure it all out themselves. That's where I come in. But that's what I'm here for. I help investors every day navigate the process, make the right decisions, and avoid costly mistakes. That's what I do. You don't have to be perfect. You just have to be willing to take the first step and let someone who knows the path walk it with you. I've done it and done it and done it over and over and over and over again, guys. Over and over and over again. I've helped countless investors just like you make savvy investment decisions in our market, and I've helped them win. In fact, I've gone so far as to introduce some clients to them via phone calls, sharing contact information, and really, giving you the assurity that you need in order to make a sound investment decision, because it is your first time, and I get it. It's a little scary. I understand. Now, the bottom line is, don't let fear make financial decisions for you. Fear is the number one reason people stay stuck personally and financially. But if you're looking at a deal that's profitable, proven, and ready to produce results for you, then it's time to act. Don't sit back in the driver's seat. Don't sell yourself on excuses. The you 5 to 7 years from now who owns 2 or 3 of these oceanfront condos, has about $1 million net worth, and is making steady cash flow off of his condos, is going to thank you for not being inactive and stepping up and making a sound, calculated, and solid investment decision. It's that simple and that easy. I'm helping some clients, very, very sweet clients, and I'm talking to them. They're buying a condo out in North Myrtle Beach, and sure enough, guys, I was letting him know, the more I've worked with these clients, the more sure I am that they're an excellent fit for this business. He's thinking through things, he's thinking ahead, he's taking the reins, he is calculating things, he's working through numbers, he's proactive and he's getting it done. That is a very successful businessman who might not have ever known that he had the seed or the ability or that he was a solid businessman because he had never given himself the opportunity. But he started doing this, started tackling this opportunity, and he's going to figure out really, really quick that he's made for this. And most likely he's going to end up owning 10, 20, 30 oceanfront condos and building some substantial wealth. And all because he had a seed in an embryonic stage inside of himself for business. And had he never stepped into this opportunity, he would have never discovered it. And that's what I'm talking to. All you guys out there on the YouTube channel, all you ladies out there on the YouTube channel, dreaming about becoming more and what the next step and the next chapter of your life looks like, and the potential that you don't want to leave on the table before you die. You can find some of that right here in the opportunity with Oceanfront Condos. This could be a stepping stone that moves you into commercial properties, that moves you into bigger and big time deals, where you're moving millions and millions of dollars around, making strategic alliances. Full on building significant wealth for you and your family and changing the trajectory of their lives. But you gotta seize it at a baby stage, cultivate it, work with it, and let somebody else help you. It's that simple, guys. You can't think that you are going to set out to run a marathon race, right? And no one's going to help you. A baby doesn't learn to feed themselves. They have to be fed, and then they learn. They learn a lot of things that way. Well, you can't think that you're just going to jump in this race and be a rock star, stellar investor day one. Gosh, I can give you so many examples. I was helping a lady. I was helping another client. She's buying a condo now. She bought a sound condo. She bought a great one. But at first, I had to pay the price of going through the learning curve with her. And I'm telling her, hey, you need to buy a condo like this. You need to do this. You need to do this. You need to do that. I'm walking her through everything. She's not listening to me. She knows better. We went to the place. She checked it out. She didn't feel good about it. Went to another place. Was a little bit better. Would work a little bit better. And then finally, she moved on up and ended up doing basically what I was coaching her to do, which was buy a solid oceanfront condo at a resort that has a solid reputation. And so ultimately, I noticed that, guys. I noticed that, you know, just like if you want to run a marathon, you need to hire a coach. Just like if you want to be a bodybuilder, you need to have somebody who's a bodybuilder train you. You can't really, I mean, like, it's super slim to none that you're just going to be a prodigy. And like, to kind of give yourself that kind of, to put yourself in that kind of situation isn't the smart play. Even if you're a prodigy, put yourself with like-minded people or people that have been where you want to go, that can get you where you want to go, so that you're not hitting your head against the wall trying to figure it out the hard way. So that's my 2 cents today. Get in contact with me. It's 843-360-1737. I want to help you. I want to help you discover your future. I want to help you discover your potential. I want to help you cultivate, build, and grow the businessman or businesswoman inside of you, that savvy short-term vacation rental investor. I want to partner with you for this leg of the race. I can't do it if you stay stuck in fear and you keep selling yourself on excuses and perfect conditions and this and that. You got to pick up the phone. You got to let somebody work through where you are in your current circumstances with you. Now, if you don't, let's say that you call and you don't get there right away. Like, let's say you call me and it's going to be another 6 months, but at least we've worked through your plan together. At least you got another set of eyes helping you. At least you've got somebody that's walking you through what the next steps look like, what it takes to get there. I just did this yesterday with another client. She had 3 options, option 1, option 2, option 3. And she says to me, wow, I really like how you laid that out for me. You know, when you're working with somebody else, it's going to make it a lot easier and a lot simpler for you. And I want that for you. I don't want it to be hard. I don't want it to be challenging. I want it to be simple and easy for you. So give me a call. It's 843-360-1737. My name's Brandon Cunesack, and I help lots of investors purchase the very best Myrtle Beach oceanfront condo deals in our market. And I want your story to be one of those stories from our channel. Give me a call. I get calls and emails every day from investors just like you, looking to make their move into the Myrtle Beach market. They want to invest in short-term vacation rental properties. They want to invest in oceanfront condos. They want to know where the best deals are in our market. Well, guys, you're talking to the right person. 843-360-1737. I'm going to help you put your hands on the best deals in our market. If you're a first-time investor or a seasoned investor, if you're 1 year, 6 months, 3 years out, I don't care where you are in the investing process, pick up the phone, give me a call, send me an email, shoot me a text message, and let one of the many stories on our channel be one of your stories.